Dressmakers and friends, welcome again on the channel. Let's learn how to use the Hotfix rhinestone applicator. You will find this video helpful, so don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Here is what the pack should look like when you are buying yours, and you can actually get this from any local market around you, or you can shop for it online as well. It should come in a pack like this with screw applicators of different sizes, just as you have seen. It should also come with a stand in it like this, so that when the applicator is hot, you can actually use that to stand your applicator. Now, in order to use it, you want to first look at what type of stones do you have to work with, all right? So considering the stones that you are going to be working with is what is going to influence the size. This range from size 2 to size 9 millimeter. The size is actually written on it. So for this stone that I'm using, I think this stone is, this 5 millimeter should be able to work for this stone that I intend to use, okay? So good. So, and I'm going to be using it to fix these stones on this painted fabric, okay? So if you like to join our fabric painting class, you can also join in. So this usually comes with a glue. Most of all of these stones come with glue. So this heat that releases through this metal is what melts the glue underneath, and that's how this will be able to stick to your fabric, to the fabric that you intend to actually use it on. Okay, it's important that you fix this onto the applicator first. Just screw it in, just as seen. Can you see? Just screw it in like that. All right, and then after screwing it in like this, you're going to get your light source. Okay, you can see my socket here. Okay, get your light source, and then you're going to plug it onto your light source. So once you have plugged it to your light source now, then you are now going to turn it on from here. So you can see the light is on. Now you leave it on this stand, all right, for about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. This should be hot. It's even written on the pack that in 2 minutes it is actually warm. So I'm going to leave it to heat up. So while we leave it right there, you can also use these stones. If you have this type of stones, you can see that these are actually rhinestones as well. So it works on any type of rhinestone, any size. So you can go ahead to use this type of rhinestone as well. All you need to do is to check on the size. These are smaller sizes of rhinestone. Okay, so for this size of rhinestone now, you will need to use, I think, the 2 millimeter. So it is this small one. Okay, so this 2 millimeter will work for that. All right, so just make sure that you know the appropriate size that will work for your stone, and also make sure that you have screwed it to the applicator before the applicator gets hot. Also, if you are working with already sewn garments, I advise that you put like a fabric or a paper in between these two fabric, okay, so that when the glue melts, so that when this glue melts, it doesn't melt on the other layer of the fabric. If you are working with small stones, you will need a stone picker to pick your stone into place. Okay, if you are working with big stone like this one, you can just use your hand. Now, after arranging your stones where you want them to be, now you are going to pick your applicator. It should be really hot by now. This is after a few minutes, all right? So it's hot now. So now you are now going to press in, okay, this applicator into your stone. You are going to hold that in place for like 20 seconds or more, depending on how much time you have on your hand, okay? And after that 20 seconds, you will see that it would have melted in. Now, after a few seconds, 20 to 30 seconds, now you can see the applicator has already fixed the stone. Can you see it? So the stone is already fixed now. So this you will do for every other one as well. Your applicator can actually help you pick up your stone. If you don't have this, once your applicator is hot enough, you can pick your stone for you as well. After doing the last one now, once everything cools off, you will now pull the fabric that you have in between. Okay, so can you see all of these dots now? This is the glue that is melted. Okay, so now if this is like a white shirt or something, by the time this melting, by the time the glue melting, it will stain the other layer, which is like the back layer of your dress. So if you are working with a dress that is not lined, please use a fabric or a barrier in between your garments. Okay, so and now you can see that everything is in place. everything is perfectly fixed. I'm sure you have found this tutorial helpful, so don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave your question down in the comments, and I'll see you again in this next video.